you say Link Unlimited to me, I think about like family, support.
Link has changed the outlook of how I view education.
I wouldn't even be thinking about college if it wasn't for Link.
The leadership skills that I'm developing, my social skills that I'm developing, definitely would not be the same without Link Unlimited.
Definitely working wonders in our lives today.
The current state of education in Chicago is at a crisis proportions. I think we're in a state of emergency. Some of the research indicates that out of 100 freshmen entering the Chicago public schools, by the time they're in their mid-20s, only about 6% will actually graduate from college. We know that the power of education breaks the cycle of poverty, and that's what we're all about.
Without Link Unlimited, the students that come into our program have very little options. Many of them would end up in their neighborhood public school, and so without our scholarship, they would be subjected to attending a school that is lower performing and is not going to adequately prepare them for college.
And what we do is we do a lot of outreach from the late summer to the mid-fall. We find the students who have a high level of potential but are low income.
If you can take someone who's highly intelligent and who wants something for themselves as badly as an education, they're very motivated, they can feel it, and you let them just go by the wayside, to me that's just such a waste. Link picks up this group that has the potential to go on and do such amazing things.
Freshman year, I walked into Mount Carmel with low expectations of myself. They send you out to private schools where majority of the school population is white. You have to show them that you're serious about your education. Just show them that there are great African American students out there. I ended up being in the top 5% of my class on the high honor roll, and so I just said to myself, I could really go somewhere with this.
We take a very holistic approach to educating and preparing our students for success. We have 5 key goals that we focus our programming on: education, college readiness, leadership development, spiritual development, and interracial harmony. Just really proud of the fact that we're more than a scholarship, we're a program. We're a program, a 4-year program that helps students be prepared academically, help students to be prepared for the college application process, to become leaders in their schools and in their communities and in their places of worship, and help them to be well-rounded and very grounded.
With me not having a father figure present in my life, he's kind of played that role.
Long beyond Link and his teenage years, my plan for him is for him to use me as his counselor.
He wants to be seen as the mentor that would take me through the steps of life and guide me.
And then I say, Robert, man, I'm thinking about going into business when I get out of college. He was like, man, look, you need to call my brother.
That's the notion behind Link Unlimited, is that I'm just one link in an infinite chain. I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. I'm going to give you their phone number and name. I'm going to call them, and then I'm going to tell you to call them.
I think we really are unique in that we bring people together from very different backgrounds, blacks and whites, young and more seasoned, and we're bringing these 2 people together to create transformative experiences for both.
Once you hear the story of Link and then you meet the people involved, especially on the staff side, where it's sort of quality across the board, that that people are emotionally connected to the organization, but then you just look at the quality of who's at the table. And
we've got probably the most important ingredient, and that is that every student has a caring adult that's in their corner, helping them, molding them, guiding them, coaching them.
They do everything. I mean, from summer school programs to prepping for the ACTs.
It's that full package that kids can fall down in Link, but they get helped back up and taken to a whole nother level.
The seniors that are graduating that year, they bring all the seniors up on stage. They announce what schools the kids are going to, and it's amazing. Link provides them with a structure from the college application process all the way through.
For the last decade, we've had 100% of our students matriculate to four-year colleges. We have some of the best schools in the country aching for more smart African American students who are not just smart, but who are psychologically, academically, emotionally prepared to walk on to one of these tough campuses and not just survive, but really thrive. So we take them to some of these top schools when they're 14, 15, 16, and 17 to gain this awareness. They walk around the campuses and they start to see themselves as people who will belong in that environment someday.
You know, one real critical element is that this is an organization that makes it safe for African American students to be smart. Not only is it safe, but it's celebrated.
I knew I was smart in 8th grade, like I was a smart girl, but I never wanted to stand out. I always thought the smart person was a nerdy person, no friends. And when I got to Link, it was cool to be smart.
And all their peers are doing it, and they're rallying behind each other. And that's the thing to do in Link Unlimited.
Sarah, she's cool, she's laid back, she's easy to talk to. She's a lawyer. I want to be a lawyer one day, so she tells me what's going on with her job now and like things that she should have done when she was my age to prepare her a little better. So she gives me tips like, oh, maybe you should take these classes, or maybe you should get into this group. Or
I think she has an amazing strength. I think Tiara stepped into a situation with a student body that's a lot different than the students she had gone to school with before, and did not skip a beat. She's really highly ranked in her class at De La Salle.
At the school that I go to, everyone has a traditional upbringing, a mother, a father, sister, brother. I don't have that. So at Link, they might have different upbringings. So that makes me a little more comfortable to tell my story. Since De La Salle is so competitive, like most of the kids are like striving to be #1 and they want to be ahead all the time, Link gives me that competitive edge. I feel like I'm the last hope for our family because everyone wants me to do good. My grandmother, who I live with, she puts a lot of pressure on me to do good because she didn't get the chances that I have or the opportunities, so she doesn't want me to waste them, so it's a lot of pressure.
I think she just sort of understands a lot of things about the world, and that life can be tough, but at the same time, it can be wonderful, and having sort of a great, amazing mix of reality and realism, but also a dreamer.
I want our students to see themselves as the future leaders of this world. I want them to feel confident and feel like they have the tools that they need to step on to a college campus and feel like this is theirs too.
It's an excellent school.
Right.
#1 liberal arts school in the country. It's an excellent school, but be cautioned only by the fact that you will be the only one or one of few African American males in that school. But let that be a challenge and let it be okay, because it's the same way in corporate America.
Where he really touched my life was mentally. He helped me to become a better man, and that's something that I really needed in life. You know, just something I never had, and he just played that role for me. And I just want to thank him for that.
Sometimes in the past I felt down on myself, but you know, Robert, he was a guy, you know, telling me, you know, be uplifted, go out there, you know, do what you want. It's always going to be something out there that you love, and you're going to have a passion for it, and you're going to be able to go out there, you know, and get after it. And that's what he gives to me, and I just, you know, I'm just thankful for him, and I'm thankful for that advice.
When I'm old and gray and sitting on the porch, when he calls me and he's in the middle of his career and he's talking to me about his challenges or about some success, some deal he did, I said, that's the payback to me, man. I mean, that's the pleasure I get out of working with him.
You meet a lot of wonderful people in Link, like the mentors, the people that work at Link, your friends. It's like a family.
Everybody in life needs a hand, you know, and Link is just a helping hand to kids like me.
I think Link's changed my life.
I want our scholars to find what their purpose is and to be able to live out their purpose. It's not about being an attorney, it's not about being a doctor, but we want the full cycle to be completed. We want them to come back and be a sponsor one day themselves. We want them to make sure that they reach out and pull somebody else up and give them an opportunity. My hope would be not only do they find their purpose, but their purpose is something that will leave an imprint on this earth.